Hey guys, my name is Willie the Tech Guy, or Willie Profesa as you know me from different circles, and today we are going to be talking about some very interesting, amazing devices from Oppo. These devices were launched on September the 21st, that was a few weeks ago. And these are the new devices in the Reno series. Now, we know that Oppo sometime back in the year launched the Oppo Reno4, but now they also come to you with the Oppo Reno4. It's a breakthrough device. It's going to help you with productivity. It's going to help you with all the things that you need for your review. So stay tuned. We're going to be unboxing and talking about this device, and I know you're going to enjoy great, amazing tech content. So stay with us. Begin to share this feed. Begin to let people know that they can join in, and let's enjoy some great tech. So after this small break, we're going to come to you with the whole entire review. So stay tuned, and we're going to get you teched all the time. All right. So as we know, it's the culture of a couple of companies, depending on their own update schedules, for them to release phones. Some companies release phones yearly, some company release phones quarterly, and as we had gotten used to the Oppo Reno series, they were releasing phones yearly. But this year they broke that trend, and in the same year released two phones in the Reno range. That's the Oppo Reno3 and the Oppo Reno4. And I remember thinking to myself, what's it that the Reno4 can have that's going to beat the Reno3? Because 6 months is short sort of a time for them to make meaningful upgrades. And it looks like I beat myself to the tongue, because once they launched the Oppo Reno4, there were quite a number of things that were up the sleeve. And for me, those were super interesting. They were so amazing. And they formed verdict of the reason why I would advise anyone to upgrade from the Reno3 to the Reno4, or if you're considering to buy a phone between the Reno3 and the Reno4, to get the Reno4 for yourself. Now, even before we go into the unboxing very fast, I'd like to go over the specs that the Reno4 has. Then I'm going to go and tell you what are the 5 things that really stand out for me in the Reno4. Remember, this is the tech review, and we are here just to make sure that you guys get this tech knowledge. Sometimes it's so huge, we're going to break it down to make you guys understand. You know, part of the reasons why we began this movement is to educate people on tech, because I had many people in my circles who were asking me, hey, Prof Nyaje, what phone do I buy? And I also had a couple of friends in my circles also who picked the wrong choices of phones and ended up suffering later. So I decided, why don't we just begin to educate and also have a Kenyan reviewer out there who can get to talk to us as Kenyans and tell us how do we go about tech reviews. So if you like straight up content like this, or you want to support Kenyan reviews to the world, make sure that you like, share, and make sure guys know about what we are doing. So the Reno4 series, this is the Reno4. I have it here in the space black. I also have the galactic blue. Now let's just quickly go over the specs. Number one, we are talking about a 6.4-inch OLED display. So it's an OLED display, so you know you have your deep blacks. The good thing about an OLED, that's an OLED display, it gives you a better display. It gives you better performance even in the screen, and it's a way of a bigger upgrade over the traditional LCD displays. The same way you have LCD TVs and OLED TVs, then you have QLED TVs. In the smartphone sector, we have LCD phones that have the LCD kind of display, and we have the LED. So here we have the OLED, we have AMOLED, and these are some of the terms that I'm always going to be throwing in some of these reviews. So this one is a 6.4-inch OLED display. It's capable of 1080 to 2400 pixels. That's full HD resolution. So if you're enjoying your media, you're going to be enjoying it on a 6.4-inch full HD plus display. So you're talking about clear, sharp images and the such. If you talk about the design, it has a glass front. Ideally, it's a smartphone, so the front is glass. Then it has a plastic frame and a plastic back. I mean, what do you expect for a phone that ranges in its price range? Now, the Oppo Reno4 launched in 2 colors. So, as I said, this is the space black and the galactic blue. Personally, my favorite is the galactic blue, and when we go into the unboxing, you're gonna see why. But the space black is the space black and the galactic blue. The space black has that black gradient, and inside it, depending on the way you bounce light of it, you're gonna see some embossing in the phone itself. When you go over to the galactic blue, they implemented what they call the Reno glow, so it has a certain kind of matte finish that is gradient like, so it looks pretty nice. It also is 7.5 mm. It's not as thick. It's a very lightweight phone, coming in at around 165 grams. So you're talking about a very lightweight phone. My first experience when I actually unboxed the device is I wondered to myself, wow, what a very lightweight phone. It was so light. You know, at one point you don't even think that you're actually handling a phone. So it's very light for some of the things that it packs. Now, if you go into the internals, we're talking about ColorOS 7.2 on top of Android 10. So we're talking about a pretty niche software, and I'm going to tell you part of the reasons why I love ColorOS. It also comes with the Snapdragon 720G processor. This is from Qualcomm. It's built on the 8nm processor, so we're talking about decent battery life, decent, very good performance. But that coupled up with the internals, that's the 8 GB of RAM and 128 gigabytes of UFS 2.1 storage. So we're talking about pretty niche and top storage and performance. Because if you're talking about 8 gigabytes, you're talking about good RAM management, you're talking about running multiple apps in the background, and your phone will not hang. Gone are the days where your phone will hang with the Oppo Reno4 because of its 8 gigabyte RAM capacity. Now, if you go over to the cameras, it has a 4-camera array, a 48 megapixel main camera with autofocus, 8 megapixel ultra wide, a 2 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel mono camera. So the mono camera is what we call the black and white camera. That is to give you your good black and white videos. And it also helps even in the overview of the videos that you take in your phone. It also is capable, when you talk about the video side, of shooting 4K video at 30 frames per second. 1080p, that's full HD videos at 30 and 60 frames per second, and it's also capable of shooting super slow-mo videos at 960 frames per second. So you're talking about really slow videos. If you go over to the cameras on the front, that's the selfie cameras. It comes with a dual punch hole layout. So the dual punch hole layout houses the 32 megapixel selfie shooter, coupled up with some other sensors inside there to help you with your daily use. And part of the things that the phone has, because of the dual punch hole cutout camera, is the ability to have smart spy detection and smart abilities because of its AI to recognize gestures and waves, and we're going to talk about those in a minute. Now, the other things that it has has Wi-Fi. Definitely, it's powered by Bluetooth 5.1, not 5.0, but Bluetooth 5.1. It has a 4025 milliampere battery. Now, I saw one of you guys ask a question over on our Facebook. Is the 4025 milliampere battery capable of powering the device? I've used this phone for about 2.5 weeks now, and in that period that I've used the phone, I have not had any issues with battery. In fact, if I begin my day with 100%, by the time I'm hitting the evening, that's around 10 or 11 in the night, I still have a lot of charge to go through. So I just let it go through the night. Then in the morning, I wake up and charge it again. Now, when we talk about charging, we're talking about a 30-watt charger included in the box. And the 30-watt charger is capable of giving you 50% in 20 minutes. So from 0 to 50 in 20 minutes. And the phone is fully charged in 57 minutes. So gone are the days where you would charge your phone overnight. I mean, by the time you wake up in the morning, you're preparing your Kulaing Breko, your phone is ready to go on the go to go with you and spend your day with you. So let's go over and unbox the Reno4. Now, ideally, anytime you purchase an Oppo device, it will come with a plastic film that covers the whole phone. So I had the liberty of actually unboxing that. But that's one of the things that Oppo does to ensure that the phone you're getting is guaranteed. Now, even before we check out the box, you can see here clearly the Reno4 branding when it's like that. And when you flip it this way, you can also see the words Reno in a clear, nice design. So I like their packaging. It's pretty niche. So inside the first package here, we have your SIM ejector tool. You have your safety guide and your warranty. Always make sure you fill in your warranty when you purchase your new Oppo device. That way you are assured anytime you need to fix it, it's on the go. Then here you have your user manual. Ideally, many people don't even look at this nowadays. I mean, you just plug in your phone and go, because you are a smart generation, so there's no need for manuals anymore. But I like the plastic TPU case that they give you in the box. At least you have protection. Then you can customize depending on what you want or your preferences. So let's keep that aside. Then in here we have the phone itself. This is the space black. So let's just quickly continue. Then inside here you have your USB Type-C data cable. It's pretty fast, it's pretty rigid, it's pretty thick. These are very thick cables, so make sure you don't lose your cable. In here you have your 30-watt VOOC 4.0 charger. I mean, this is a humongous power brick. So where the phone goes in lightweight, it adds in the power brick. Then in here you have a pretty decent. I love the audio quality from these earphones that they put in the package. So it's one of the things to at least know that when you buy your 40,000 Kenya shillings phone or 39.99, you have pretty decent earphones and you can enjoy your content. So Clay, ideally when I take it off, you're just going to see what Oppo wants to advertise to you. That's the AI color portrait, the 960 FPS smart slow motion video, the smart air control, the smart spying prevention, and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G. So this is the space black. And I think I'm in love with both colors because they look very nice, because the way the light bounces off the space black is able to give you those hues and those wordings that they have inside. It's pretty premium for a plastic back, but it has that glass feel. There's a plastic back, but definitely the camera housing is a glass housing. So let's just quickly power on the Oppo device. So that's powered by Oppo. It's an amazingly good device. So as that goes on, let me tell you about the other device that they launched together with the Oppo Reno4, and that happens to be the Oppo Watch. Interesting. Nowadays people spend most of their times at home, and one of the things you must really consider is your health. And sitting at home, sometimes health is not an issue because you're sitting on the couch, you're binging on whatever content you're watching on your phone or on your TV, and you're just lazing out. And most of the people have actually added weight in this period, and one of the things that can help you manage your health is the Oppo Watch. And we're going to talk about the smart features that come with the smart watch. There is a reason why we have watches that no longer tell the time nowadays. So I had set up my Oppo Reno4, the space black. That's how it looks. I like ColorOS. Now, let me quickly speak about ColorOS because that's one of the things that really stands out for me with Oppo. ColorOS 7.2 over Android 10 gives you a whole lot of customization. So you can customize your app style. You can customize your app drawer. If you like rounded corners in the app, the icons, you can set rounded icons. If you like boxed icons, you can set that. If you like round icons, you can set that. So you have a lot of customization with ColorOS, and ColorOS has really come from far, and it's able to give you a lot of things. With the Reno4 is the Oppo Lab. The Oppo Lab is an opportunity for Oppo users to give feedback all the way back to Oppo, so that you can be able to tell them, there are things that you liked about their phone. And in the Oppo Lab, you can also customize ringtones and things like that. They also included Oppo Relax, which is a calming feature. It helps you to meditate and to relax and to wind down. So this is the phone. As you can see, the dual punch out camera there in front. You can look at the 4 cameras at the back. Now, when you pick this off, you might actually think that it has 3 cameras, because the 4th camera is neatly tucked in close to the first camera. So you might not think that is there, but that's actually a camera. It's a 4-camera array at the back. And the camera is able to take pretty decent photos. Let me just show you a photo that I took on this Reno4. It amazed me. The photo quality is also amazing. The Oppo have always been known to really make interesting photos. So that's some of the photos that I took. That's in its dedicated 48 megapixel mode. So what it happens in the normal mode, when you just pop out the camera and you want to take a photo, it will take a 12 megapixel photo. But if you want to bump that up, you can go over to the settings and find the dedicated 48 megapixel mode. So the dedicated 48 megapixel mode is able now to shoot a 48 megapixel photo. So off the box, when you go into the camera app, it's not a 48 megapixel photo. It's a 12 megapixel photo because it beams it. But if you go over to the app and select settings, then select 48 megapixel, it changes the resolution and bumps up. And you can clearly know the difference between 12 megapixel and a 48 megapixel shot. So that is able, it's enabled by some of the smart features that they put in their phone to dedicate to you. So this is your 4 apps. Now, another thing that I like about this is the ability to take very nice night shots, what they call night flare. Now, one of the days when I was going home, there were no lights in the area and the moon was just amazing. You could see the moon and I loved that shot. Now, so I decided, hey, let me just check out the Oppo and try and see how it does in Nightlight, because there's no other light that is going to help that. It's just the moon and the stars. And I tried to take a shot on it. Now let me show you what I was able to take that night. So this was the shot. Clearly you cannot see anything. That was the shot with the normal camera minus night mode. But when I put in night mode and night flare, that's the shot I was able to achieve. And these are shots that are pretty well usable. This was the moon shot that I took. As you can see, you can clearly see, and it's able to take very nice shots. So even at night, you're sorted with your night shots with the Oppo Reno4. It's capable of shooting very nice night shots, and I love the experience. When you go over to video, it's able to give you very nice videos. Let me just turn this over to portrait. So that's a small clip that we took here, and as you can see, the clip is well done, it's well balanced. You can actually begin your content creation on this Oppo Reno4. The quality that these guys were able to chunk in here is great. The other thing that I like about the Oppo Reno4 is its design. It has a really nice premium design. You're talking about the lightweight, the thinness of the phone, the smallness. It's not overly big, it's not overly small, it's just right there, 6.4 right there in the middle. I like the fact that when I'm gaming, it's not heavy to hold, so I can enjoy long gaming sessions, also powered by the 720G processor. So when I'm playing my Call of Duty, and I play a lot of Call of Duty, I can get to enjoy that, and all the kind of games you like to play, you can enjoy them on this. The processor is able to handle that, and with ColorOS 7, it also has a dedicated game space to optimize for gaming and all that. Now, that's all. Those are some of the interesting things that the Oppo has. Now, let's talk about the last thing that interests me with this device. It's the smart AI features. Now, so the phone has the Fingerprint Unlock, and I can show you quickly how fast it is. So just like that, and you're in the phone. And once you know where it is, you don't necessarily have to do a lot. You just need to position your finger. It has the always on display. The always on display just displays for you the time. You can select how you want it to display for you the time. And over in that, it shows you where the optical fingerprint scanner is, and immediately you press that, it just goes on the way. Now, that's one of the ways that you can enhance your security of the device. But it also has face unlock. And because of the sensors, the extra sensors they have put in the dual punch out, that is able to do a lot of AI magic inside. So one of the things it does is that it's able to do smart spying prevention. So if I enroll my face, ideally when you set up your phone the first time, it is ask you whether you want to enroll your face. When you enroll your face, you can set up smart spying prevention. So anytime a notification pops up in the lock screen and it's not your face looking at it, it's gonna hide the details. So anytime someone tries to spy and see what you're doing, it's able to not show any notifications and just show the headline. But when it detects it's your face, because of the face scanner, it opens up the notifications and you can be able to see whatever is happening with your phone and the notifications that are coming in your phone. Now over and above that, because of the same kind of sensor, it is able to detect smart air control, and the smart air control is actually a wave gesture to either answer and reject calls, or scroll between apps. If you're scrolling your Facebook, you just put your phone over, and especially when you're cooking. For those guys who want to do a cooking thing, and you have your recipe inside here and your hands are already dirty and you don't want to fidget with your phone and make it more dirty, you just scroll your recipe and you see, oh, I need 3 eggs. You pick the eggs, do your thing, come back to the phone. So you're able to have those kind of interesting features. You necessarily don't have to interact with your phone by touching it. You can actually wave at it and it recognizes those waves. And those are some of the interesting things that you have with this. Now, paired together with this to help you with fitness is the Oppo Watch. And the Oppo Watch is a pretty niche device and comes in a very good price range. For about 25,000, you're able to get yourself an Oppo Watch. It comes with 3 colors. I have here the black variant. So it comes with black, with silver mist, and with pink gold. For ladies mostly might prefer the pink gold, but if you're a man, you just want either the black or the silver mist or an in between, and it's capable of doing some interesting features. So let's just power this on. So right off, when you power it on, it says Oppo, as you can see that. Now, another thing to note is that the power button has a green accent just right in, just the same way that the power button on the Reno4 has a green accent. So ideally, you'll never miss that that's the power button. So as the watch goes on, the watch is powered by Wear OS. It's powered by Wear OS. And I want to read to you in a few what are some of the things that the Oppo Watch has. Number one, if you look at the design itself, it's a glass front. It has silicone straps, and the silicone straps are good because anytime you want to go swimming, the silicone straps will be able to handle that. When you're doing your fitness and you're sweating, ideally the silicone straps will do well. But the straps are also interchangeable, so you can have different straps. You can buy as many as you want, and you change them easily with these 2 buttons that you have in the watch. So you can customize your watch as per your liking. The watch also has a water resistance. That's actually 3 ATM, so you can actually go swimming with this. There's a day I tested out the swimming feature and I got to enjoy quite some time swimming, and the watch was able to track my swimming exercise and relay to me the notifications on the phone. So when you link these two, both of them are Android based. When you link the Oppo Watch and the Oppo Reno4, you're able to get that seamless connectivity. You just need to download Wear OS on the phone and later download the Hate app. That's from ColorOS, that's able to now to sync your data and all that. Now, it's a 1.6-inch AMOLED display with Corning Gorilla Glass protection. Ideally, this one you don't put a screen protector, so it needs stuff protection to withstand daily use, and it's able to do that. For the time that I've been using it, it has no scratches, it has no bumps, it has handled it very well. It's powered by Wear OS with Qualcomm Snapdragon 3100 processor from Snapdragon. That's the Snapdragon Wear 3100. It has an octa-core processor, a quad-core processor, sorry. That's with capable of 1.9 gigahertz. It has 8 GB of storage. You can store in quite some apps or your music content, and 1 GB of RAM. It has a loudspeaker for you to answer your calls. So if you get a call on this and you have your watch on, you can ideally just pick it on the phone, on the watch, and have your conversation. Now, one of the things that Oppo is doing is it's enlarging its OS, its ecosystem. So you can have your phone, you can have your watch, and you can have your Enco W31. So you can have your wireless earbuds from Oppo. The W31s are very nice devices. So when you pair them together, they're able to seamlessly connect. You can actually pick a call on the watch, but you answer them on the Oppo Enco 31s if they are both connected to your phone. And that's seamless connectivity, and that's able to work with you throughout your days. It also has a mic here, so you can actually speak into the watch. It has Wi-Fi, it has Bluetooth, it has GPS, it has NFC, all these things to help you become fit. Now the sensors that it has, as you can see at the back here, it has the sensors, it has the heart rate sensor, the workout sensors, and it also is able to tell you if you've sat down for long and remind you, you guy, wake up, do some stretches. And that's one of the features that I like about the watch. You know, if you're in a place, maybe you sit down for long and you're worried about your health, you can be able to just put this on. It detects if you've sat down for long and tells you, would you mind to do some stretches, or would you mind to wake up and stretch? And if you're in a place where you don't have the liberty of moving around, it has inbuilt workouts around 5 minutes where you can do the stretches, different stretches, and it's able to also coach you while doing those stretches. So ideally, let me just go, this button goes over to the apps. I can go to the 5-minute workout. So ideally, if you sit down, it will give you a notification and tell you to get moving. So this is the get moving interface, and if I click start session, it begins to coach me on the exercises. And it tells me what exactly I need to do. It counts it down, and that workout will be stored in the phone. So you can set how many minutes of workout do you want to do. And you can set out how many calories do you want to burn out during the day. It has daily activity rings. So the activity rings measure your steps, measure your workout, measure your activity times, and it also measures your calories. So you can easily become more fit with the Oppo Watch. And that's amazing to note. So the Oppo Reno4 and the Oppo Watch are already available in the market. We have already exited the pre-order period, so you can easily walk into a shop and buy any one of them. The watch for about $24,000, $25,000, the phone for $39,999, and begin to enjoy some of the amazing features. For its budget range, this is a very pretty niche device. And I've told you what I love about it. And I've used it for 2 weeks now, and I tell you the experience has been amazing, and I've loved it so far. Now, we have a Oppo Bluetooth speaker that we are going to give away to any one of you lucky winners. And you can just tell us some of the things that you guys have enjoyed in this review, and tell us some of the other products that you would want us to review for you. Really, the watch is still counting for me, the workout, so let me just pause it. You can pause the workout and resume it later. And that's all we have for you today. Make sure you catch us every Friday on KTN. We are resuming shortly, and we're resuming with a very big bang on KTN. And keep on watching us on the Tech Review on Facebook every Friday. We're going to make sure we get you the best in tech content. If you have questions regarding tech on TVs, smartphones, smartwatches, fridges, anything that's tech related, make sure you leave us a comment or go over to our inbox and tell us. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tech in Africa, and let's just make sure that we support Kenyan tech content and make sure we get teched all the day, all the time. It's a wrap from us, guys. My name is Willie Profesa, the tech guy. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Willie Profesa. Follow us also, Tech in Africa, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I want to give a big shout out to all of you guys who are watching. One of you guys also will make sure that you walk away with a free Bluetooth wireless speaker. It's a wrap from us, guys, once again. Tuonane baadaye, and peace out.